Breaking news, Mohammed Fahir Amaaz has just been found guilty in court of assaulting police officers at Manchester Airport. That incident happened over a year ago now, in July last year, and now justice has been served. Let's just remind ourselves before we get into all the details of that guilty verdict, how this all played out. So you may well remember the video when the infamous solicitor Ahmed Yaqub sat on the sofa with these two brothers and said that they were the victims of a racist attack. Initially, all we saw was the one video of the police officer hitting one of the boys in the head. We did not see the footage of a female police officer being punched and whatnot, and that is how they painted it. They painted it as this racist attack. It took ages for the CPS to actually take any action. You may remember Reform were writing letter after letter after letter asking the CPS to do something about this because the case was just being sat on. And then finally, when the Reform Party put private investigators in charge of looking into this case, the CPS finally woke up and decided to take action. And now, over a year later, we have had a guilty verdict in court for one of these two brothers. Now, I'm referring to the brother on the left-hand side of this photo here. Adam Sellers says to think they actually went on TV and tried to play the victim. Yes, that video they put out with the lawyer Ahmed Yaqub really has not aged well when we see the details of what has come out today. Let's take a look at this. And before we get into all the details, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below if you want more news updates. So we are hearing, this is in the GB News article that's just come out on this, a student has been found guilty of assaulting two female police officers and a member of the public at Manchester Airport last summer. Mohammed Fahir Amaaz, only 20 years old this guy, was found guilty on 3 counts of assault by a jury at Liverpool Crown Court. He was convicted of the assault of 2 female police officers, PC Lydia Ward causing actual bodily harm, ABH, and the assault of the emergency worker PC Ellie Cook. He was also found guilty, it doesn't end there guys, of an earlier assault of a member of the public, Abdul Karim Ismail, at the airport. And so they've been in court today. Here they are, the two boys and their lawyer, presumably. Let's take a look at some more details. Now, it's important to note, guys, that the jury were not able to reach a verdict on 1 count of assault of another police officer, Zachary Marsden, involving Amaaz and his brother Mohammed Ahmed, who is 26 years old. So we've got the CCTV footage from the assault. It was shown to the jury. That's the moment that the police officer's nose was broken. You guys may have seen some of the footage of that on places like X. I won't show it to you here because YouTube doesn't like bleeding noses and that sort of violence. Both men pleaded not guilty to the alleged offences at the beginning of the trial. Police appeared to be knocked to the floor during the assault in their attempt to contain the two brothers. And lastly, PC Zachary Marsden and PC Ellie Cook, who were armed alongside unnamed PC Lydia Ward, approached the brothers at a pay station in the terminal's car park. It followed a reported incident where Amaaz assaulted a customer at a Starbucks cafe in the arrivals area. So that's where it all started. Amaaz threw 10 punches during the confrontation. 10 punches. Wowie, including one that knocked PC Ward to the floor and struck PC Cook twice with his elbow. The CPS is going to seek a retrial after the jury could not reach a verdict on allegations that the two brothers assaulted PC Zachary Marsden, causing actual bodily harm, i.e. ABH. So that is the latest update, guys. Those are the facts. That's from the GB News article. Those details being reported there. That's what we know so far. As you've heard there is the CPS is going to seek a retrial, so this is not necessarily all done yet. But what we do know is that the bloke on the left-hand side of this photo, who I'm sure you will recognise because there have been so many videos out, Mohammed Fahir Amaaz, he has been been found guilty of assaulting police officers at Manchester Airport. This has been such a controversial case because, as I said, this video where they were sat on the sofa here really tried to make it out that this was a racist attack on these boys and they hadn't done anything wrong. But now we know that at least the boy on the left, Mohammed Fahir Amaaz, has been found guilty of assaulting police officers, which really is quite something. So there we go. That is the latest update, folks. Thank you very much for watching. I'm Chloe Dobbs, and make sure you click the subscribe button and the notification bell down below if you haven't already, so you don't miss out on any more news updates. I'll see you soon.